Het is weer vrijdag, we zijn weer live. En dit keer wordt het een internationale. We hebben Antonio Plazibat, Jauncey en Yusuf en ik natuurlijk. En ja, veel dingen gebeurd afgelopen week. Daar gaan we nog heel veel over hebben. Maar ja, ik ben ook benieuwd wat die andere gozer te zeggen hebben. Tara, alles goed? Ik groet iedereen die nu nog voorbij komt, nu nog kan. Dus ja, veel dingen te bespreken, veel dingen te doen. En inderdaad ook net een half uur geleden een Arek Wazorcek gesproken. Die is geen gloryvechter meer, Pakistan. En ja, meerdere dingen gaande op dit moment. Dus we gaan het even checken. Even kijken. Ben ik wel op de wifi, dat is ook handig. Zo, request to join. Waarom kan hij me niet joinen? Even kijken hoor. Ik zie een request hier van Youssef. Maar op een of andere manier kan hij niet joinen. Dan ga ik heel raar. Maar we starten in het Nederlands, daarna switchen we het over naar het Engels.
Ewa!
Pakka,
We zijn er, man. We zijn er.
we
Hoe is
zijn er
die?
weer. Ja, ontspannen, gekke nieuws gehoord en dat soort dingen allemaal, man.
Gekke dingen gebeuren de laatste dagen, hè?
Ja, er komen nog meer gekke dingen aan, man. Sowieso Arek. Had je dat meegekregen?
Ja, man. Maar is dit een beslissing vanuit Glory zelf? Die heeft bepaald van, jij moet weg.
Ja.
Omdat hij zijn Poolse fans ging...
Glory geeft Arek de schuld dat hij zijn Poolse fans heeft opgehuurd. En daardoor zijn contract beëindigd. En per
Oh.
direct. En ja, nu moet hij ergens anders zoeken.
Ja, man.
Dus
Gek, man. Wat heeft Badr allemaal gedaan? Hij heeft hem letterlijk gewoon uit de divisie gehaald.
hij heeft hem uit de divisie gehaald, ja. Ja, nou ja, ik vond de partij
Indirect.
zelf, indirect. De partij zelf was dik, man. De partij zelf was een mooie partij, maar jammer dat het zo eindigde.
Zeker jammer, man. Was echt spijtig dat dat zo had moeten eindigen. Maar goed. Arek, inderdaad, Mounir. Arek is lekker voetbal aan het kijken met zijn matties.
Dat denk ik ook wel, ja. Dat denk ik ook wel. Genoeg voetbal te zien deze tijden. Ja, man. Wat nog meer? Glory gaat ook een speciaal evenement organiseren. Voor de mensen die aanwezig zijn. En voor de mensen die aanwezig waren bij Glory 80. En de mensen die een pay-per-view hebben gekocht, kunnen het gratis bekijken.
Maar het gaat zeg maar in
Ja.
een soort van studio of zo worden opgenomen.
Studio setting, net corona-style.
Zeg maar net als UFC Apex.
Zoiets, ja. Maar dan de Amsterdagen.
Mogen wij komen om verslag te doen?
Ik heb het gevraagd. Ik heb het gevraagd aan wie heb ik het gevraagd? Aan Robbie, matchmaker van Glory. Nog geen reactie gehad. Hij reageert alleen maar als ik het heb over zijn Jordans. Maar hopelijk horen we daar snel meer over. Eventjes dingen, een PR-bureau eventjes spreken en dan zien we wel. Hopelijk kunnen we erbij zijn. Het zou mooi zijn. Ik heb al wel wat geruchten gehoord, maar ik kan nog even niks zeggen over wie daar gaat vechten. Maar zodra ik meer weet, vertel ik dat het publiek. Ja, vertel ik zo meteen. Kan niet. Maar ja, heb je Engels al een beetje geoefend?
Yes, of course, man. No problem, man.
I watched a lot of Top Boy, so I'm British now.
You're British, ain't it?
I'm British, bro. Ja,
You're
man.
British, bro.
Dus ja, laten we
Laten
die
we gewoon
mannen erbij
proberen
halen.
normaal Engels.
Ja, maar ik kan het. British is niet, nee, is niet mijn ding. Laat me kijken. Jauncey is er al bij. Hij kijkt al mee. Antonio Plazibat komt er ook aan. Laten we kijken wat hij hier. Damn, Josh, you're fast.
What's up?
I'm good, man.
Hello, guys.
So got me in the middle of a haircut.
So wait a minute. One is middle in the haircut. The other one is dropping his phone, and Antonio's in his bed chilling. So this is a perfect live stream for us. How you doing, guys?
Yeah, good man. How are you?
We survived, right? We were good. We're all good. You said you're good?
Yeah, man.
I'm good, man. I saw that Antonio was nothing was happening to him at Glory 80. He was safe. I saw the video with Rida. You know Rida? You did
Yeah,
a
I know.
video with?
I know. Yeah.
I saw
No
you
one's
were
gonna fuck
standing
with
like
this guy.
Who's gonna touch me? Please.
From one moment I wanted to go there, help the security. I felt a little bit bad. Then my manager grabbed me like, don't go in there. Like he thought I was gonna fight, but I just wanna like keep it down, you know, till like it was getting really crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It was. Josh, were you there as well, or were you just spectating at home?
No, I was at home. I got back from Holland a couple of days before the event, so I was just watching at home, and yeah, I was shocked and also not shocked, but yeah, I mean, crazy shit happens whenever Butter fights, so you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. It was crazy. It was, and Antonio, yeah, just like Yusuf said, you were just standing there on top of a chair. Weren't you worried about a chair hitting you or bottles or something?
No, honestly, I was thinking like if they gonna go crazy till the end and start going to fight like to the side of the normal people. I was just waiting if somebody comes like, okay, now you done too much. Now we gonna fight like so. But I was feeling bad for the security because it got out of the hand, and then the guys like at one moment everybody was throwing chairs on the security, like you know. And also I saw like there are a few Polish guys. Everybody probably saw them on the tape. Like the few big guys, they started to, you know, keep the situation down. Like they started to get people to come, and also a few Moroccans guys were running around like calming people. So not everybody was going crazy, but you know the tension was high. The emotions was high. Fans from the Badr and fans from the Polish guys. So it got a little bit out of the hand, but you know it can happen in any sport. It's not like it only happens here. Stuff like that happens at football games more often, and you know people don't get this much surprise. Like in the end, we were watching the two guys fighting. Also, the Arek was really emotional, Badr emotional, everybody else. So it got out of the hand. But you know what you're gonna do when you have like 200 guys on one side going crazy. You know, it can happen. Like it can happen anywhere. So you know.
Yeah, it was really terrible. But what surprised me the most was the actual security of Glory was standing there, but the Belgian security in the red, they were, I don't know where they were, but they weren't there.
Yeah, the guys in the red, I saw them. The situation when everybody started throwing the chairs,
They were running.
I
They were
saw
like,
them.
fuck this shit. They were
Yeah,
gone.
I saw them like on a few guys in the red. There were like 3 or 4 guys in the red shirts, and they were throwing chairs to them. Like, but yeah, you know there are regulations that needs to be done to organize the show. Glory did everything they needed to do. If they didn't do it, they could not get permission to do the show. So they did everything how it's supposed to be done. But you know, for the guys like that who comes from the football world, like the Levy fans or stuff like that, you need to have the police to chill them. When I when I entered the arena, I thought like the police were somewhere around, because in Croatia like this, if you organize something, you need to have police around, you know. But because there was no police, you know, there was no way they gonna listen to the ordinary security guys. So it got a little bit out of hand. But you know, like I said, like stuff like that happens not often, but they are happening, you know, in basketball and football all around, you know, where you get a lot of fans, heated motion. So it's not like this is only happened to Glory or stuff like that, you know. You also got the situation with Conor and Khabib started fighting. Also, in that situation, the riot could start. Like if the fans got too emotional, crazy, the riot could start also there. But you know, it happens. Like it's sad to see when it happens, but stuff like this happens. Like
But how do you feel about Glory taking the decision to remove Arek from the division?
Well, first I think like it's very nice from Glory to do what they did. Like they are now giving the free show, basically, from what I understand. Like they are going to do free show, and that is very nice from them. Because, like I said, like if you go to the football game and they stop the game, you will not get free game next time. You know. So this is like very nice from Glory. Like very like it is like they are giving it for free. Yeah, so that's very nice. But also at the same time, like I understand what they mean by removing Arek. Like they think that he didn't maybe calm down his fans or stuff like that. But also from the fighter's perspective, he was too emotional. Crazy thing happening at that moment. I don't think that he could think rational, you know. So not defending it, but also at the same time, it's a lot of emotion. You know, he is fighting he said like that he is fighting his idol, and he just knocked him down in the second round. The third round is coming. Emotions are going out of the roof. So, I cannot blame him also for that. You know, they are his fans. Like, if the fans of some football clubs like do some crazy shit, then like you do not disqualify the club. Okay, I think maybe he needs some sections and stuff like that, but yeah,
maybe just a fine, like pay some money and then
maybe a fine, or like skip 2 fights, or I don't know. But I don't want to you understand what I mean.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, Josh? That
I think I don't think, I mean, I don't know all the details, so I can't comment too much. Obviously, I don't exactly know what did, you know, if he encouraged them or anything like that. But when you know, if there was alcohol involved and these guys are going crazy, as you can see, none of, even the 3 coaches who tried to calm everybody down, they could do nothing. So when the fire is already lit and people are starting to go, you can't really calm them down. And what could have Arek done? I don't know. I don't know if he encouraged them. I didn't see him encouraging them. We didn't see that on the camera. But you know, what could he have done at that point? It's just as, it's everybody's fault. It's it's just as much his fans' fault, just as much as it's the other fans' fault as well. So, but I don't know how you can blame the fighter, but at the same time, I don't know all the details. So obviously Glory has a reason for it. But I can't say if they're right or if they're wrong, because I don't know the details. That's the thing.
Yeah, I understand. So I spoke to Scott Rodman before this live session, and he said, yes, and Arek has been, his contract has been canceled, and but there is an investigation now, so they're looking into the results of that investigation, and I think from there they're going to look if there are any sanctions or anything that comes to mind. But in my perspective, the real problem was the venue. The chairs were loose, and there were no, how do you call it, gates to keep them on their place. And the Belgian security ran away. No police, as Antonio said, or a little police. It's just like.
But the thing is, I mean, you can't,
people didn't get checked when they were coming in. Also,
True.
So people didn't get searched, like it maybe people bringing weapons or anything like that. But
like every Glory event I've fought in, the chairs are not secured to the ground because they don't expect it. They expect a nice, nice night of fights. They don't expect people to start rioting every time. You know? So I don't think you can't blame Glory or anyone for the chairs and stuff. But security, that probably should have been better. But when shit pops off, how much security are you gonna have? You know, you can't have riot police at every single event.
True.
Like if you have 200 people in any event going crazy like that, it's
going to
happen. Like they did like 80 shows till now. This was Glory 80. Like never happened something like this, but it can happen. You know, like people. True. it gets, you know, I get a little bit angry because people act like this is the only time that happened, like in kickboxing and nowhere else, and now everybody is in shock. Like, you know, like.
Well,
It can
I
happen.
remember,
Yeah.
I remember in Holland about 10 years ago when I was living there, there was a lot of events got cancelled because there was big fights and things that were happening at events. And I don't know who was causing it, but there was very little opportunity for me to fight when I was living there because that year in particular, there was a lot of shit going down with the government and kickboxing events. And so it's, it's not like kickboxing doesn't have a history of it, especially in Holland and in the areas around there.
It's true. But the government, the Dutch government, is very actively busy with this because in the past there was a lot of criminals involved and a lot of stuff like biker gangs involved in kickboxing events. Not in glory, as far as I know, but the government is like really you know, putting things together, and kickboxing was going the right way. You know, and the image was going good, and like the mainstream was accepting it, and I really hope that they still will promote it in a positive way, because the basics of kickboxing and all martial arts is respect. Without respect, you have nothing in martial arts. At least it's my opinion.
Yeah,
And
true.
right, and I think in the 80 events of glory, maybe there was one incident with Bader in Oberhausen when the public came to the ring, but it wasn't rioting like this, you know.
Well,
So,
yeah, I remember when everyone was standing on the ring and they had to pause the fight for a little bit, and that was also fucked up. You know,
yeah, but they
that
continued,
wasn't
right?
good either. Pardon?
They continued, right?
Yeah,
Back
they
then?
eventually continued. Yeah, but yeah, it took a long time for them to settle the crowd down. And
But
yeah,
this
but
time it was
Butter
too
has that
crazy.
intensity around him, and he brings that tension into the fights, which is part of the things that make it so exciting to watch. But in the arena, it can cause a lot of shit. But for us sitting at home, it's
Yeah,
exciting, and it's all you. It's a whole other feeling
true.
when Butter's fighting. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, and everybody enjoys it, and everybody's looking forward to it. I'm really curious about the next step of Butters. What do you guys think? Who should he fight next?
He should fight Eric.
Yeah, but it's not going to be in glory.
Yeah, then I don't know.
What do you think, Antonio? Because of course you are going to fight for the belt.
Yeah, that's the plan, right? I'm waiting for Rico. Where is he, or where he's hiding? I don't hear nothing from him. So.
He's driving his McLaren right now, Antonio.
Yeah, he's living a good life, but come on, you need to come back. It's time. It's time. Someone knock you out, and I'm ready for that. But for Bader and his next opponent, like, I really don't know. Like, of course, now with Arek, there's a lot of attention on that, but I don't think they will allow it, because the next time there will be probably even more Polish fans, because now they want to prove that there are even more of them. But and of course, when Badr fights, there's like 10,000 Moroccans every time, so it can be possible, but maybe only like on one side Polish fans, on other side Moroccan fans of Badr, and in between like police. if military, yeah. If it's not like that, the show is gonna get canned. Like, stuff like this is gonna happen again. But so I don't think they will gonna do that next. But
maybe against Alistair.
Yeah, that's the fight that everybody wants to see. Yeah,
Part 3.
Yeah. So
that would be great. But
that's a good one against Alistair.
Yeah.
It's 1-1, right?
Yes. And it's
so
exciting
to
see what's gonna happen.
That would be great. That would be a sick fight, man. And what about you, Plazibat? Antonio, you have Rico, of course, but there are a lot of heavyweights now. Without fight, you have Levy. Maybe Levy's going to fight Jamal. I don't know.
Yeah.
You
I
have
think
Tariq, of course. You fought again.
I think the Levi hype is gonna die with Jamal. I think when he fights Jamal, the hype around him and him being the next big thing, it's gonna die. It's shame I didn't see this fight, this event, but it's gonna happen for sure. After that, Tariq, like, I'm not really interested into fighting him because he didn't have any fight after fighting me, and the last fight like was not very good for him. So he needs to get some fights under his belt, get some wins, then maybe again. But for me now, the only fight that makes sense and that motivates me it's Rico. And I'm since the last fight I started to train. I didn't go around driving a McLaren or having fun. Like, I'm in the gym, working, getting better. And like I said, like, I'm really ready for Rico. Like, I have his number. Like, it is done for him. He can fight whoever he wants next, but with me, it's gonna be done. Like, I can promise you that. And it's for that fight. It's either I kill him or he kills me. Like, I will not lose and exit the ring as a loser. The only possible way for that is if he kills me. Like, nothing else matters.
That's some gangster shit, man. That's some real gangster shit. That's some gangster shit. Yeah, man.
I like that.
Yeah, man. Oh, talking about gangsters, Josh. Been a while since you last fought, my man. You're still the #1 contender. When can we expect your return into the glory ring?
Yeah, man. I've been #1 contender for 2 years, and I've been ready to go back to the glory ring for 2 years. So I'm
really?
waiting. I'm waiting and ready, man. I've never said no. I'm waiting and ready.
Okay.
You know,
So
for me,
Why did?
Pardon?
Sorry. I said, why didn't you fight in those past 2 years if you were ready? And
I haven't been asked. They haven't asked me. There was there was some time where there was a negotiation with the contract, and so that was that delayed some stuff. And then with Corona and everything, they weren't bringing guys from North America. It seemed like, but then they brought Pereira from Brazil. So I don't know if there was a different deal with Brazil and Holland. I don't know, but that's what we were wondering. We said when are we gonna fight? We've been asking for a fight for the last since the beginning of Corona, and that's why last year I had to do a boxing fight because I had to stay sharp. I had to do something because I haven't had a chance to fight. What's that? Sorry. Yeah, you know, I've been ready and training for the last 2 years, and now I just went to Holland to get sharp and everything again. You know, to sharpen up more so I can be ready for when the fight happens. But yeah, man, I'm waiting and ready.
Well, and the next fight for you is a direct title shot, the rematch.
Yeah, it better be. I mean, again, I've been #1 since before. Since before Tijani was champion, even, you know, so I feel like I should have been the one fighting for the belt to begin with, but it's because of the contract negotiations and things, I didn't get the opportunity. I'm ready for it, man. Like, I wanted to fight the kid right after I fought him the first time. I was ready to fight him again that same night. I was uninjured and ready to go. You know, I could have done another 5 rounds, no problem. You know, he was having a hard time walking. Was my fault, but you know, that's yeah. I was ready to go. So yeah, I'm excited to fight him, and when it happens, I'm gonna be ready.
Didn't Glory give you like any time, like it's gonna be in the next couple of months or something like at least this year you are going to fight for the title?
Everything is always in the next couple of months until it isn't, you know, like then, you know, I thought maybe I was going to be fighting in February, but that didn't happen. There's going to be a lot of things I thought was going to happen, but it hasn't happened. And now with what happened on the weekend, I don't know what's going to happen with the next event, or if the whole schedule has now gotten kind of fucked up. So yeah, everything is a mystery to me. I'm just staying ready as I can and doing what I can, you know?
Yeah. as far as I know, there's going to be a closed event soon. I think this next month, I think. And there's
Yeah.
going to be an event in May, the Glory Rivals event, where Glory Fighters take on Infusion Fighters, but also Glory Fighters fighting Glory Fighters. So that could
Yeah,
be
so
a cool one.
that's what I know too, and maybe there could be more. I don't know, but yeah, I'm staying ready, and again, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, of course, I can understand.
We need to hit up
Man,
Robbie, man. We need to hit up
Robbie,
Robbie. Robbie,
if
where
you're
are you?
looking, step your game up, man. Come on,
Yeah,
Robbie.
I mean, the thing is with Robbie, he's doing what he can. I mean, he's dealing with all the bullshit, all the payback of what's just happened last weekend as well. So yeah, I can't blame him. I don't know what's going on, but all I know is that, you know, I've been fighting for glory for what,
A long
almost
time.
just 7 years now. I've been with glory. I'm probably, aside from Rico, aside from like Rico, Benny, and Jamal, I think I'm the longest fighting glory fighter right now who's still active. And I want to try fight for the belt. You know, I fucked it up the first time with fighting with Sidichai, but now is a nice opportunity for me, and I think I can make it happen.
It's a great storyline as well, because the previous time you fought and it didn't go your way, and now you have the opportunity to switch it back, you know. So there's a cool storyline too.
Yeah,
And
not
I also
only you
think
can
the fight with Tijani was very, very controversial. And, you know, many people that I spoke to while I was there in Holland didn't believe that the result is what it should have, what it said it was, you know, and that the fight was much closer than the judges gave it. And yeah, it was in his hometown. So now I know I have to knock him out. I know that if I'm fighting him in Holland, I have to knock him out. I'm aware of that now. So yeah. Fuck it.
I don't think they're going
I'm ready to knock him out.
Yeah, I don't think I'm wondering if they're going to organize a new event in the Netherlands soon, but it could be. It would be great.
I don't know if it's going to be the Netherlands. I don't know if it's going to be you know, Belgium or Germany. I don't know where it's going to be, but I know it's not going to be in my hometown, because it's never in my hometown. It's never there. I never get that opportunity. So wherever, everywhere I fight is enemy territory. So I'm always going ready to kill.
That's awesome, man. So Antonio, for you, because you live in the Netherlands, right? Or you
yeah,
just come here?
In Amsterdam, not Zwanenburg, near Amsterdam, like 10-15 minutes from the gym, like from my gym.
Cool. So for you, it's in the Netherlands. Does it feel like a home game when you're fighting here?
Well, I've been here now like few months here, few months to Croatia, but I've been here now for more than 3 years. So now even when I go to Croatia, I come back here, I have a feeling that you know, here is the home, because mostly I am here. So this is now my normal, like this is my normal environment. So yeah, it feels like when they tell me like you're gonna fight somewhere around, like, you know, Amsterdam or so, it's starting to feel like home, you know. And I feel like I'm starting to get more and more fans here who support me, and I feel it getting bigger and bigger every fight I do.
How is that for your family, man? That they have to, you know, live without you?
My girlfriend is here with me. It's a little bit hard because of the son. I have a small son, 5 years old. It's a little bit hard because of him, but you know, the flight from Amsterdam to Split now from spring till like winter is directly. It's like 1 hour 45 minutes flight. So if I have a few days off or something, the tickets are not so expensive, so I can just, you know, hop on the plane, be a few days there and come back. But if I'm getting ready for a fight or anything like that, then I'm just, you know, concentrated on that. Like the 8 or 9 or 10 weeks before the fight, I do not move from Netherlands. I'm here and getting ready, but the time around that, you know, I just go off and on or to Amsterdam Split. Like that's the location where I move and live. You know.
Cool. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to find Josh again.
Question for Plazibat, but what if Glory in the future organize a 4-man tournament with the best 4 heavyweights? Will you fight your gym partner Jamal?
You
That's a
know
good question.
the you know I don't want to fight Jamal till that fight make sense. You know, till Jamal and me beaten the whole category, and then if there is nothing else and that only that fight makes sense, then okay, like then it needs to happen. But right now, like me and Jamal, I think why it works so well is because on training, on sparring, on everyday training, it's not ego thing, you know. It's not every day like who is better, who is gonna punch harder, who is gonna kick harder. It's about getting. I try to get him better for his fight, and he tried to get me better for my fight. And in the end, I get better and he get better, and we are both growing. So it's not like the ego thing that like every time we spar, we killing each other who is better. You know, we try like now for his fight against Levy. I went to Croatia for like 2 weeks. I flight back like to the Wednesday because to help him do the last 2 sparring. I came to the gym, acted as Levy, throw the stuff he throws, imitated him. So that's why I think the me and Jamal is why it's working like that. You know, so I really like that, and he's a really likable guy. He's not like so.
Does he make jokes? Some jokes, Jamal?
Yeah, we make today half of the training we were dancing and talking stupid shit. Yeah, it's it's not like it's not all the time like crazy stuff and just hurting each other, but sometimes it's about having fun and doing stupid things, you know. And Mike also joins so that he's not that strict all the time. Like he's strict when he needs to be, you know.
Yeah. Did he dance as well?
I feel bad for Jamal and Levy. You know, like of all the stuff, you know, these guys train so hard, prepared so hard. I mean, they're lucky they're heavyweights. They didn't have to cut weight, but I mean, they did so much, and then the fight is just cancelled. You know, and you know, I hope they got paid something for their trouble. But yeah, I don't know.
Should be paid at least.
That was yeah, you know, that was the biggest pity I thought of the whole evening. Was like, fuck, man. Now these guys don't get the opportunity to do what they've just been working so hard for, and now they don't get to do it. And it was annoying, and that's what made me the most annoyed about the whole thing, you know. Because with the Butter fight, I mean, with the Butter fight, you kind of saw where it was going. You also never know with Butter. Maybe he smashes him, but you kind of saw where it was going. But it was the next fight that I was so curious about, you know. And these guys, they didn't even get an opportunity to do 1 round, let alone the whole fight. So yeah, I felt bad for them, and I hope they get an opportunity to fight soon. But also, I mean, it's when you're training properly for a fight, you're building up to this fight. You're going to the peak. You're going to the top, where you're going to perform the best. And now something like this happens. You have to take a break, but then you don't know when is the next fight going to be. How can I peak again? You know, so it's like the timing of the training for the fight completely gets thrown out the window, which is that's a big deal when you're trying to perform at the highest level like we are.
Yeah. People often forget that it's not just the fight that you get paid for. It's the preparation, it's the sacrifice, the time away from your family, everything that you have to do in order to get that momentum what you're talking about. And
and it's not easy. And I think the fans and sometimes even the organization thinks that you're just ready and fit 100% all the time. You're not. The reality is you can't be, because then you would be sick or injured or something if you were going 100% all the time. So there's a timing there's timing that you need building up to the fight. And when something like what happened on the weekend, where the fight just gets pushed away, now the whole timing of everything is done.
Yeah. Plus,
So
Levy
it's
was
frustrating.
expecting some kids too. Maybe,
Oh, really?
yeah, he was, I think,
Twins.
twins. Yeah, his wife or girlfriend, it was I think,
Did
almost
she
done.
already delivered?
I don't know, man. I didn't see anything, so uh,
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
sure
know
you
yet.
will. There's another thing, you know. There's another thing. So I'm sure there was sacrifices that him and his wife or girlfriend made in order for him to perform well for the fight. Which yeah, that's the world. I guess that's the way it is. Shit happens.
Yeah, this it
Que
is it
sera
is
sera.
yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Um, Antonio, you were talking about Rico and that you have his number and that you already see yourself win. Do you think because he's being, especially in the Netherlands, he's been really praised and considered one of the best kickboxers of all time? And what is your opinion about that, Antonio?
Well, listen, we cannot take nothing from Rico. Honestly speaking, Rico showed more than once that he's a great champion. He's really down to earth guy, very nice. You basically cannot hate him. You may not like him, but you cannot hate him because he didn't do never nothing wrong. He's the champion for how long? 10 years. He's beaten everybody. He's shown that he can take a punch, go to the ground, and still get up and fight the hardest. Even the last fight with Jamal, like his face was whole broken. Jamal, like really, like I thought it was done. Like he's done. Like he destroyed him, but still he got up and continued to fight with one eye fucked up, and basically cannot see something. He's he proven more than once that he's a champion, and that's why I said I really think that you need to want it more than to win against him. That's why I say like going into that fight, I'm gonna be ready. Like if I'm gonna lose, they gonna take me out like the stretcher. The hospital gonna come and they gonna take me out that way because I will not take nothing else in the matter. And I think that's the mentality that Rico have and that you need to have it to beat him because, like I said, he showed more than once that he's always perfectly conditioning ready. He may not hit the hardest with his hand, but he got some other techniques, other stuff that he does really well. Nobody cannot say that his low kicks are not very hard. It's like the praise that he gets here in Netherlands, and around the world, it's legit. Like it's not some hype job that they are trying to sell. He's really, the man to beat. So I cannot say nothing bad about that, like that it's wrong or not wrong or something like that. Like he deserves it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's some very professional of you, man, Antonio. You're
No,
a
no,
professional guy, man.
like I, 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 I'm just honestly telling what I'm thinking. Like I'm still thinking that I have the tools to beat him. Like that I can do the things that he's not used to. And of course, like now, like also with Mike and Jamal and I father and everything, I get the experience of their fights and how they fought him. So also Jamal will gonna help me very much because the last fight, like he was beating him like really bad. We never saw Rico in that bad situation before. So, but that's why I also get that confidence from. And, I really, like, I've been training from him like 10 years ago when he was fighting in Glory, the big tournament in Tokyo, Semi Shield, everything, Jamal, all those guys. I was at home watching them and dreaming about that. So, like, I watched his fights like 100 times at least, even more, on TV, YouTube, just learning, seeing what he does, how he does. I imagine like more than 1,000 times of fighting him when I was get ready for some other fight, I will watch his fight and imagine what I will do, you know. So, like, I did that fight like so many times in my head in every possible solution that, yeah, you understand what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
now I'm just living like the perfect dream, you know. For me, everything is perfect, so I'm enjoying it to the fullest.
You should.
Awesome.
And in the end, I get paid to beat some people out. Like, you cannot get better work than that.
Yeah. So Josh, you're actually doing the same, but now since you haven't fought for 2 years, what have you done in the meantime to, gather money? You have to eat.
You fought one
Yeah,
boxing match, right? Does boxing
yeah, I had
make
one.
better money than kickboxing?
Yeah, not when you're doing your first boxing fight and you're doing it in a local event in Vancouver, Canada. You don't make much money. But I did it. In fact, I think I lost money because for paying for the training camp and paying my trainers and all of that, and just not working while I was training. I think I lost money for that fight, but I enjoyed it, and it I think sometimes after, when you have a long time away from the ring, you start to wonder if you kind of forget about it, and you wonder if you still love it. And after I did that fight, I remembered that I really fucking love it. That I love to fight, and after that fight, I couldn't wait to get back into the glory ring and kickbox again, or just fight again in general, to be honest. But in the meantime, while I've been in order to eat and pay rent, make ends meet. I have some money put away, but also I've been doing a lot of stunt work for movies. So
Cool.
I've been stunt doubling some actors. I've been doing I don't know if you guys saw, like, on my Instagram, I was on Supergirl, and also on some other shows that are going to be coming out soon, hopefully in the next year or two. So I've been doing a little bit of that. That's why my hair is cut so short right now, because on just this week, on Monday and Tuesday, I was stunt doubling another actor, and he had short hair, so I had to cut my hair short too. So
Isn't that
yeah,
crazy? Like, you're in the movie, but you're not. Like, you're in the movie,
exactly.
but not.
Exactly. So I get to do all the cool shit, but I don't have to deal with the paparazzi like all the
Yeah.
actors do. So I get to
That's
pay,
good.
I get to do cool shit, but I don't get to get recognized. So it's nice. Yeah. For me, I like it, and it keeps my life exciting. There's no way I could just be sitting around just training people or doing some boring job like that. That's not who I am. I can't do it. I need some risk. I need danger. So for me, jumping down stairs and going in cars, shooting guns and doing that type of thing, that's what I need. I need some kind of risk in my life. Otherwise, I'm bored and I do other stupid shit.
That's awesome. What is the craziest stunt you ever did?
Honestly, it hasn't gotten too crazy these days, or it hasn't gotten too crazy for me yet, because I'm still at the beginning of my stunt kind of career, I guess. But yeah,
You got shot. You jumped out of a window. You're saying it's not crazy?
Well, I haven't jumped out a window yet, but I've gotten pulled with wires across streets. I've had to fall down stairs. I've been in cars shooting gun out the car while it's drifting around corners and going through oncoming traffic. So
shit.
I've done some cool shit like that. But
That's crazy.
yeah, but it's we'll see where else it goes. When I don't have a fight, I'm willing to do anything when it comes to stunts. When I do have a fight, then I make it a little bit more. I try to make sure I take only the jobs that I won't get injured with. But honestly, I don't get injured. Like, but of course,
Sure.
but I from my years of doing capoeira back when I was a kid, I know how to fall, I know how to land, I know how to do. I know how to stay safe. I have good control in the air, so I don't. Yeah, I end up pretty good. But of course, anything's possible, so you do have to also be careful. But yeah, I think nothing is as risky as fighting.
Yeah.
You know, it's not very often you can go into a fight and come out unscathed. So I'm used to having pain. So for me, it's just part of the job.
What is it you like the most about fighting? I've spoke to a lot of fighters and they said the feeling of winning a fight is you cannot compare anything to winning a fight. What is
No,
it? What?
that's true. It's true. But my first fight that I ever had when I was 9 years old, I lost it, and I loved it. I'm not the same anymore. I don't love to lose anymore. But whenever I do lose, I can't wait to fight again to make it better. It's not when I lose. If I were to lose now, it's not like, oh fuck, and I'm upset about, and I never want to fight again. I want to fight again because I want to prove that that's not my best. I want to show that I can do much better than what I showed in that day. You know. So, but for me, I think.
You jumped in the space shuttle.
Yeah.
It's just something that
sorry,
I think,
Josh.
you know, some people
Your
are born
connection.
for. Oh, sorry. Hello.
We haven't heard your story, man.
No,
No problem, man. You're driving.
Just a little bit. Is that Canadian 4G, right?
No, I'm on 5. I got 5G, man. It's just I'm traveling.
Oh, really? I'm just kidding, man. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding, man.
Can you hear me now?
A bit better, but you're like driving in slow motion. I don't think you're going that slow.
Okay. Let me know when I sound. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll let you know. That's no problem. When I see you move normally, I'll let you know. No problem.
Okay, sounds good.
So Antonio, how is it for you? Like the feeling of winning a fight? We just discussed it with Josh. Can you describe that? Because you've been winning a lot lately.
Well, it is nice, but I when I deeply think about it, I think that I do it just for the winning. Of course, I want to win. Nobody likes to lose in nothing, but like the difference between winning and losing sometimes, from my experience, it's like if I lose, then everywhere I walk around, people will come to me, give me stupid ass advice about how I need to fight, you know? Like I go to the auto mechanics, do my brake, my car, and he will start talking to me like, hey bro, you know, that fight I watched it, but you need to do this. I'm
Everybody's a coach.
You know, it really get on my nerves. Like just give me B. I get hit in the head. I will not get smarter after that, 100%. I know that. So if I'm getting more stupider, please don't at least my time shit like that. And bro, if you lose, you will start walking around and you know, people, I'm not like superstar, but people know me. So everywhere I go, it's like, are you that guy? And they know I am. They're like, yeah, then the life-changing advice comes. All advice.
Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up.
You should move your head.
Bro, like,
hey man, you should have knocked him out. I've heard that one before.
Like,
hey man, why didn't you knock him out? Man, I was fucking trying to knock him out, I promise.
Just because I need to hear that shit after the lose, I don't know. I don't want to lose, you know. and you know, Michael Jordan once like, I win just because of the winning. And if I win, I walk around and people just say like, Plaza, you're strong. And I say, yeah. And I just walk around, you know. So it's that. But from the fighting, what I like the most, I think I like it when it's inside, when like the madness starts, when the fight starts, when you know that for me that is the purest thing in the world. Two guys throwing it from like the full power just to see who's better, and I really like the madness thing about that. Like how can I do that? And if you really think about it, people are coming to see two guys beat the shit out of each other, and they are very happy about it. And they just stand in the middle and start throwing hooks, no techniques. The people are, you know, like, hey, like we are civilized people. We don't like violence, but yeah,
We are some sick people, man.
yeah,
We are some sick, sadistic people.
Well, the thing is, though, I mean, fighting is the most purest form of competition.
yeah, 100%.
We don't need a basketball. We don't need a football. We don't need all these things. All we have is what we have, and you're trying to dominate the other competitor, and that's the most pure form of competition there is. And I think that's what's so appealing about it, because there can be no excuse. There can be no excuse, and from there is where you find all the small details of how to win a fight and how to outsmart him and stuff. You know, there's a level where it's the lower level where it's just try kill each other and just whoever gets hit first goes down. But then there's the level above, the level that me and Antonio are at, where it's, yeah, we can do that, or we can try use our mind and try find a way to figure the puzzle that the guy in front of you is. And everyone is a puzzle. At this level, everyone is a puzzle. No matter how good or bad you think the other guy is, everyone who you can beat can lose to a guy that you beat before too. You know what I mean? Like, it's all styles. Styles make fights, and brains make fights, and things like that. And a lot of public just think we're stupid idiots who just punch each other in the head. But there's a lot of thinking that needs to go down, and a lot of game planning and tactics that in order to beat a particular style. And it doesn't always mean that one person is better than the other. It just means one person has an effective style against another. But he could have an ineffective style against another guy who had a bad style against the other guy. So you never know. You know what I mean? It's such a complicated game.
But it's also, I think, like, if you are a high level fighter, you can't become a high level fighter if you're not smart. If you don't have the intelligence to, you know, to remember certain combos, certain combinations, to remember certain strategies. I think you need to also be smart.
You get to a point where that's automatic. You get to a point where that's automatic, where you don't have to think of no combo. When this happens, I know this just goes. It's natural. It's just you don't need to think of anything.
Autopilot.
If you're thinking, it's too late.
True.
By the time you thought of what to do, it's too late. You're hit and you're fucked up already. You have to be able to just go. Yeah.
To be honest,
like intuition, like
not even know
muscle memory.
Yeah. If I don't watch the fight after, I don't even know what happened. I just know.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel the same.
Just get in the mental state, get ready for it, and then in the fight, like, sometimes after the fight, even if I don't get hit once, like, it's like somebody else was fighting, and when everything ended, I was like, okay, back to earth, you know.
Yeah,
and I like that.
Yeah,
and
I often get asked sometimes, like, oh, remember in the second round when he did this and you did this? And I said, no, I don't remember that. Fuck, did I get hit so hard that I don't remember it? And it's like, no, I didn't. It's just that it's so automatic that it's just you're not thinking, you don't remember. It just happens. It just happens, and it's like you know, it's like anything else that most people do automatic, walking, whatever. You don't think about your next step. It just happens.
Yes.
Wow.
Wise stuff, man.
Yeah.
What time is it in Canada right now?
It is 3 in the afternoon, and I'm on my way to my second training.
Nice.
Cool.
Here it's 11 p.m. almost, man.
Almost 11 p.m. Yeah.
Well, good thing it's Friday night. You guys can stay up and we can chat more because tomorrow's the weekend.
Yeah.
No, man. Tomorrow morning I need to get up early, man. Oh,
yeah. I got kids, man. I'm gonna be up at 6. Shit.
You're boring old men.
Yeah. At least I am. Yeah. like fighting events are the only exciting thing I do, and some jiu-jitsu. Talking about jiu-jitsu, Josh, you were actually in talks doing an MMA fight as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a few opportunities. Some of them have now unfortunately been gone because of other factors, which I won't get into detail about because I'm not allowed. But
No
yeah,
problem.
I was I was training for an MMA. I was training to fight MMA from the beginning of this year, and but the opportunity is not available right now anymore. But yeah, I was thinking of it. My true love is kickboxing. Will always be, it'll always be kickboxing. But when you're not getting fights for 2 years, you sometimes have to think of other options. And in North America, MMA is big. You can fight MMA whenever, kickboxing not so much. And yeah, so I had to think about that, and I was gonna do it, but yeah, we'll see. The door is not closed.
Oh,
There's still
all
opportunities,
right.
but I
Yeah.
do feel the need to get a big championship in kickboxing before I do anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been
You talk about kickboxing not being really popular in North America. It is quite strange, right? Because MMA is pretty big there, and
Yeah.
kickboxing is especially big in the Netherlands and in Europe. But
Mm.
I find it very weird that kickboxing never had like a solid fan base in North America. I don't know
No,
why.
it was kind of big in like the late 70s and 80s and even 90s a little bit. It was kind of big. We had it on TV and stuff back then, or they had it on TV. But yeah, I think it hasn't been marketed properly here in North America, and they haven't invested in North American stars here. They haven't tried to build them up. We're kind of on our own over here. Like I said, I've been fighting for glory for a long time, and I've been in the top 5 in the world in the lightweight division, which is arguably one of the hardest divisions, for a long time. And yeah, no one knows anything. No one knows anything about me over here. Um,
Well,
it's it's not it needs better marketing. It needs maybe some money to get people to see what it is. But it's just we haven't got it. We haven't got it so far, unfortunately. It's
glory
sad.
should
It's
be
sad.
for
It's sad
free.
because Glory has had a good 3 or 4 Canadian champions, which is probably
Yeah.
tied with Holland, which is pretty surprising considering Holland is the top of kickboxing, and yet Canada is kind of the same, even though we barely have any top kickboxers, or we barely have any kickboxers, but we've got many top kickboxers,
Mm.
which is very interesting. We've had Gabriel Varga, Joe Valtellini, Simon Marcus, Matt Embry, Rob
Yourself.
Thomas, but pardon?
Yourself.
Yeah, and myself. And so there was 3 champions there. I plan on being a champion pretty damn soon. That'll be 4 champions. That's quite a lot. That's quite a lot for one country that is supposed to not be big into kickboxing.
Yeah. So how
It's
is the
quite
how's no, so
Sorry?
please continue.
No, you go.
Oh no, I was just I'm trying to ask Antonio the same about kickboxing in Croatia. Of course, you have like the big man himself, Mirko. He's
Yeah,
like the big legend. But how
yeah.
big is kickboxing there right
First,
now?
Branko Sikatic.
yeah, Branko Sikatic is the first. And he's from my town. I live in a small town, Solin, and he's from the same town. So growing up, the only thing I heard was like Branko, 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 Branko. And after it's Mirko, like when Branko stopped, then Mirko came, then we had him. Then after Mirko, it was Brestovac, Mladen Brestovac. But he's no type of the media guy. He didn't really want to promote himself or do those kind of stuff. So he wasn't so much publicly, but he was the top level. And now they have me. But like fighting sport in general in Croatia or like Balkan in general, it's pretty big. And now it's getting bigger and bigger from what I think and from what I see. The more fans for everything. Um, Hopefully, till the end of this year, Glory comes to Croatia, and if they come, I think it's gonna be a sold out for sure. Like, and
In Zagreb.
yeah, in Zagreb, and we need in Zagreb or Split. Like Split is like my town, but still, I think it's gonna be sold out both ways, and I think for Glory and kickboxing, it will be very good to come to Croatia for the public and for everything. I think they can make really good things here. Like it's the people are already into it and they follow the fight, everything. You know, they don't follow every fight, but every bigger fight that's happening, they know about it. The sites are posting, you know, and I try to promote it as best as possible. There are a lot of top MMA guys here, top boxing guys also. Now the fighting sport in general in Croatia is getting like only bigger and bigger. Like,
Then you
Yeah,
need to
so
win, man. You need to win against Rico. Then you need to demand Glory when that the Croatian fight has to happen, man. A fight
yeah,
in Croatia.
I think it's
Hey,
gonna
you're gonna show
we've
us around.
really.
we've been barking up that tree for Canada for a long time.
Yeah, man. Same goes for you, man, Josh.
We've been hoping for an event in Canada again. There's been champions from here, especially where I live in Vancouver. There's a long kickboxing history, but it's yeah. Still, I know for sure. Like Antonio said, we could sell out an arena here. I on my own could sell out an arena here in Vancouver. But we also have other big fighters coming up, like this one boy, Benit Bisla, and he is a boxer and kickboxer, and he could sell out a big arena too. But they just need to come here and get us on the event, and we can sell out an arena, no problem.
Antonio, you were saying?
Need to get Glory then to Canada and to Croatia.
Yeah,
Okay.
the two C's.
Let's make a deal. So when we go to Canada, Josh, you're gonna show us around, and when we go to Croatia, Antonio, you're gonna show us around.
Yeah, man.
Go to the local, good food. You know, only thing I know in Croatian is Čačkalička. What's that?
Yeah, toothpick.
Toothpick. You know what I eat? It's the only thing I know. And I know kako si, dobre. That's the only thing I know. And a toothpick for when I eat. So, yeah, please show us around when we get there. Guys, I think there's an hour now. Do you have any further questions, Youssef?
Man, we could be talking for hours with you guys, man. I know,
Yeah, man.
but you guys are busy guys, man. You need to continue doing your job. You're doing good things. I like you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys doing, interviewing, giving us a place to talk and to interact with our supporters and things like that. So it's I appreciate you guys too.
Oh,
No
Michael.
problem.
Michael asked for you, Josh. Are you still training with Andy?
Not full time, but yes. When I was just in Holland, just last week, and the week I was there for 3 weeks, and yeah, I went and trained with Andy, and yeah, I love to train with Andy. You know, I trained at SB Gym, but I also went and trained with Andy, and yeah, we still have good contact. We're still close. Yeah, it's yeah, we're still tight.
It's cool. Good to
I
know.
got you, Mike. I got your question, Mike. You know.
He's been asking it for around like 10 times, so we
I've been
got you,
saving
Mike.
it up for a good time.
Andy's like my big brother, man. So I'll always be loyal to Andy, and I'll always be training with him at some point throughout my life.
Also a legend, of course. Antonio, I would like to thank you very much for your time. And man, I hope to see you guys soon in the ring, man.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, man.
Both of you guys. So I'm going to kick you guys out of here. And I hope to talk to you guys soon, both. And hope to see you as well on the next event. Guys, thank you very much. And talk to you next time.
Wicked. Thanks.
Bye.
See you guys later. Have a good night.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
you too, man.
You too.
Hi, I like that one. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Yeah, man. My English is getting better, man.
Your English is
Man, I
perfect,
can
bro.
do some movies with Josh, man.
Yes.
Josh, if you're watching, get me some movies in Canada, Vancouver, no problem, man.
He can be your stunt guy, man.
I can be your stunt double, you know. If you need a fat stunt double, I'm here, man.
De double stunt double.
Oh, mensen. Af en toe is het moeilijk, hoor. Dan heb je iets in het Nederlands in jouw hoofd en dan wil je dat snel zeggen. Dan moet je nog vertalen. Hij moet nog door die translator heen.
Je deed het perfect, man. Ik
Hey,
had niks gezien.
Maar stil eens.
Ik hoor niks, man.
Hoor je niks?
Nee. Is die kerk weer bezig? Ja? Zijn ze weer heavy? Party? Ik hoor niks, man. Ik hoor heel wat raas achter, maar ik hoor...
In Jesus' name we say amen.
Hey, halleluja. Ja, man.
Halleluja.
Ja, maar even anders, bijna Ramadan, hè? Die niet lang meer.
Ja, maar we moeten gaan kijken hoe we dat met die live gaan doen, hè?
Ik wou net vragen, ja. Hoe gaat dat dan?
Even kijken, dat is een goeie. Gaan we nu even gelijk bepalen snel. Even kijken. We eten Maghrib. Dat is zeg maar zonsondergang. Dan mogen we weer eten. Dat is nu op dit moment 7:10 uit mijn hoofd. Ligt er ook aan waar je zit. Tegen tijd dat Ramadan is het denk ik 7:30. Wij gaan in de avond altijd na het eten naar moskee. Maar ik denk dat het wel goed gaat komen voor op de vrijdagen.
Ja?
Moeten we even gaan kijken of we het misschien 9 uur moeten doen of 10 uur. Of misschien zelfs nog eerder, zeg maar, dat je vlak voor het eten doet of zo.
Ik pas me aan naar jou, man. Ik respecteer
het. We gaan erover nadenken. Als mensen nog suggesties hebben of ideeën wat handig is om te doen, DM mij, check op mij. Ik moet even ja, dat is een goeie, man.
Ja, man. Nee, maar dat is sowieso, man. Je weet het, ik respecteer het. Dus ik
en je gaat ook mee vasten, ja, toch?
Ik ga sowieso, maar ik kan niet alles doen.
Een hele maand gaat Giovanni mee vasten als experiment.
Niet een hele maand, man.
En daarna wordt hij moslim.
Een maand? Weet je hoe ik chappen? Een maand. Ja, ik weet dat ik kan eten
doe
sowieso.
Tenminste een paar dagen. Je kan wel een paar dagen.
Een paar dagen gaan we lukken, man.
Gewoon 1 of 2 dagen.
Wanneer begint het?
1 of 2 april.
Geen foto's, hè? 1 april.
Nee, 1 of 2 april, serieus.
Dan is het 2 april, dan ga ik 1 april.
Nee, je hoeft niet meteen, misschien niet die eerste dag, maar je weet toch, misschien...
Maar wat is...
De eerste dag is wel het makkelijkste dan, hè, want dan is tijd het kortst.
Ja, dat is wel zo.
Het loopt op qua tijd, zeg maar. Dus aan het einde van de Ramadan, dan kan je pas om 9 uur in de avond eten.
Oké, is goed. Ik weet nog niet hoe lang, maar ik ga sowieso proberen een paar dagen te doen. Alleen maar, ook één, omdat ik wil voelen wat het is. Sowieso, voelen wat het is. Van wat ik hoor, is dat je gewoon, je hebt honger, maar je realiseert je wat echt belangrijk is, weet je. Dus ik wil het voelen. Dus ik ga het sowieso een paar dagen doen, om het te voelen. Maar ik moet wel echt, ik moet even naar die suikers vissen, man. Ik wil daar ook even, dan moet ik ook even iets, hè? Hoe werkt dat?
Als je hebt meegedaan, je bent sowieso welkom op Suikerfeest, bro. Je mag bij mij komen, je bent welkom, bro.
Het is een nieuw ding voor mij. En
Suikerfeest begint ook vroeg, hè. Ons feest begint vroeg, in de ochtend vroeg. Eerst ochtendgebed. En daarna ga je naar langs familie overal. Ik hoor nu, ik heb 2 families, Rotterdam en Den Haag. Dus ik moet...
Ga je vloggen?
Ik weet niet of ik ga vloggen, man. Ik ga even kijken of er wat interessants valt te vloggen. Ja, man. Ik ben eerlijk.
Ik ben benieuwd, man. Oké, bij deze. Nee, maar ja, eerlijk is eerlijk, toch? Je hebt je gezin.
Sowieso ga ik wel koken in de Ramadan. Koken met Joes. Dat gaat terugkomen, sowieso.
Wat ga je koken? Geef me een sneak preview dan.
Ik weet nog niet. Dus ik ga sowieso gekke Marokkaanse gerechten proberen.
Wat is de specialiteit? Vertel, man.
Mijn specialiteit?
Ja.
Kippenvleugels.
Maar niet
ja,
die, maar dat is het. Maar wel,
nee,
die Marokkaanse stijl is niet zomaar...
En dan in de oven. Er komt citroen bij kijken, er komt limoen bij kijken, er komt peper, er komt zelfs honing bij kijken.
Oké dan.
Kip. Dus serieuze kip.
Dat zijn zaken. We hebben contact, man. Sowieso. Maar bij deze dus, ik ga sowieso een paar dagen meedoen, beloofd.
Strijden.
Let's go. Is goed, brada. Lobby, bedankt dat je er weer bij was. Het was een leuke live, man.
Ja, man.
Hij was dik, hè?
Sowieso, man. Gangster Plazibat, man.
Hij is
Plaza
gangster.
Gangster.
Plaza Gangster, echt waar, man. Is goed, man, Joes. Ik ga je zien.
Genzo,
Lobby.
Henzo Gracie Amersfoort.
Ik zie jullie. Enzo Gracie. Ik zie jullie
Netjes.
inderdaad. Binnenkort misschien zelfs een Gracie in de uitzending. Maar daarover later meer. We gaan wat meer.
Ik krijg gewoon storing als jij dat zo zegt. Zo.
Ja. We gotta upgrade our English, bruv.
Yeah, man. We need to learn Brazilian. Portuguese.
Obrigado.
Obrigado. Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado. Jiu-jitsu. Dat is het enige wat ik weet, man. Oké, nou, gelukkig. Is goed, Brad. Ik ga je zien. Fijne avond. Spreken snel, man.
Fijne avond, bro. Fijne avond
Lobby.
iedereen. Later.
Bam. Dat was het weer voor vandaag. Een uur lang met Antonio Plazibat, Josh Jauncey en de main man, Youssef. Ik wil je bedanken dat je hebt gekeken. Volgende week weer een live, natuurlijk zoals elke vrijdag. We gaan wel even kijken hoe we dat precies gaan doen de komende tijd, zoals Youssef al net zei. Maar dat gaat verder allemaal in orde komen. Zoals ik net zei, we gaan ook wat meer richten ook op internationale vechters. En eerlijk, ik hou van mijn glory kickboxers, ik hou ervan. Maar ik moet mijn MMA-mensen. Ik moet mijn MMA-mensen ook weer hier hebben. Wat ik bedoel? MMA is echt, dat is echt mijn ding. Ik hou van mijn glory, ik hou van kickboksen, ik hou ervan. Maar MMA is mijn ding. Dus we gaan meer MMA-vechters ook weer binnenhalen hier. Nationaal, internationaal, regionaal, noem het maar op. We gaan het allemaal doen. Ik ben Giovanni en ik ga je zien de volgende keer. En fijne avond. Later.